Oh, I want donuts. Who wants a donut? Who's hungry, baby? Who's hungry?
Not me. I just had like half a box of Wheat Thins.
I could go for a
That's
donut.
gross.
Gross.
Hey,
Wheat Thins are
friends.
gross.
They're just mid crackers. I mean, my
They're
friends.
healthy. It's wheat.
No, they're not. Who's hungry? I'm hungry. I'm hungry for your voicemails because this is the voicemail dump truck on this Thursday, April 20th, 2023. Hope your week is going swimmingly. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're eating well and taking care of yourself, not just your mental health, but your biological health as well. What's that, Dan Reichert?
No, I just was admiring the bubble situation. That was
Jan's
cool.
got bubbles.
It's
I
like
was literally like an hour ago thinking about bubbles, and then Jan brought out bubbles.
Oh, I have 2 gimmicks, so my life is mostly bubbles at this
Oh,
point.
nice.
They're just constantly, hey, can we do the bubbles? I'm like, last time you
Dude.
spilled them everywhere, but okay.
The
let's
bubble
do it.
arc.
Bubbles
Can I
roll.
just? The bubble arc sucks. Like I hate the whole bubble.
what are you
arc.
talking about?
The bubble arc. Look,
The gimmicks, they're not responsible with the bubbles.
They're just so like bubbles are just fine, and then after a while, you're just like, oh, I guess all I need is bubbles, and then they get sick of them, and it's just like you move on, and then you buy contraptions that are supposed to
Yep.
do amazing things with bubbles, and they don't really
Little
work that well.
machines, like with like
You know,
fans
it's
in them.
just
Yeah.
like, oh, fucking.
I got like
I'm not
3
a
or 4 of
bubble
those
bitch.
machines.
Someone call me a bubble bitch. I'm not a bubble bitch.
I mean, listen, we are being a kind of bubble bitches about this, but that's,
Bubble bitch
you know,
bacalar is a pretty. That rolls
no.
off the tongue.
I'm a
B.
donut bitch. Okay, I'm a donut perv.
There's
Let's
no
get it
alliteration
straight.
with Dunkin'
there.
Donuts and
We need alliteration.
Yeah.
I just think Dunkin' Donuts have like a high failure rate. I think
Sure.
they've got like
Okay.
I just think like I said in the pre-show, they are franchised out, so any schmuck off the street with $125,000 can just, I guess, like start up a Dunkin'
Could we
franchise.
collectively do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we? Yeah. Can we just buy a Dunkin' or start one?
No,
Yeah, I got,
I
like,
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
$35 to throw towards that. Yeah.
I wouldn't
would
want
help,
that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that. We should
Yeah,
do
but
a
what if
ghost
we
kitchen though.
what if we have like a secret special kitchen, you know, where we like here's the dump truck donut and like we put wheels on like the boxes of donuts,
Well,
huh?
But
Can
you
we do
can't.
like game of the year from there?
No,
Oh
you
my
can't-
God.
Maybe. No, probably not, because you can't deviate outside of like just because you own the Dunkin' Donuts, you only own the front. You don't get to like innovate. You don't get to
Well,
like
put the
change
We're
napkins
the
gonna
on
run
the
a
menu.
fucking
pirate
logo.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Tell that
Yes.
to Post Malone. Post Malone franchised his own Raising Cane's and painted it purple.
Awesome.
That's
great.
cool. I would rather do like a bespoke kind of donut place.
What's
You
a ghost
know?
kitchen?
Ghost
It's
kitchen.
a fake thing where it's like, oh, when I go to Grubhub to order, it's like, oh, there's a place that just does mac and cheese. That's awesome. And then they got a million things of mac and cheese and nothing else. And I'm like, where is this restaurant? And you can't find it on Google Maps. It doesn't pop up anywhere. It doesn't have a website. Doesn't seem to exist. And you order it, and then you realize it's the same address as the fucking Applebee's off the side of the highway. And you realize, oh, it's just some motherfuckers in the Applebee's pretending they have a macaroni and cheese restaurant. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
That could
What-
be us.
so-
Wow, that
So
was a
what
really
I-
good explanation, Dan. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was better than I thought it'd be. I'm pretty surprised that like how are the Seamlesses and the Grubhubs and the DoorDashes of the world just like not hip to what's going on? I don't understand how like
Oh,
this
they don't
somehow
care.
flew
Is it-
under the radar.
Yeah, is it a problem? Because I've heard people bring it up as a sort in a negative connotation, but I
It's-
didn't
well,
understand what the problem would be.
I mean, it's a problem because it's just sort of like fundamentally wrong, right? Like, and
How?
I guess, I mean, I don't know what sort of like regulation
yeah, that's the big
governs
thing.
these places, right? Like, you know,
Like-
you don't know what you're getting. It could be some prick in his bathroom making your moonshine. You don't know.
Sure.
Like they
know?
do they go up to health code? Is everything properly cooked and everything?
Exactly.
Yeah, do restaurants have to abide by, like, you know how if you're
Stop
an
talking.
actor, like, no,
Stop.
like Boniello was talking, like you're not gonna get hired for a movie unless you're part of a guild. Like, do restaurants have like a
you
thing?
lived in Manhattan forever, and every time you went to a restaurant, there was a big ass letter grade on the front of every
Yeah, I saw that.
thing. What do you think that is?
Well, that's like
That's
but
like a
that's not
review.
for like
That's like
hiring
a-
people though. Like if you want to go get a job, they'll hire anybody. No, it is not like a union for that. But once you're there,
forgive me. You're
once
talking
you're
about like
there,
yeah.
yeah.
You need to be-
Then the health inspector will come in at that point, and you got to be on top of your shit. Though that usually, unless you bribe them, probably.
Is that what keeps me from just making pizzas in my apartment in New York and
Well,
selling
no,
them and
but
saying
there
I'm a
is
pizza store?
you do have to have a permit. Like that is that
Right,
that- like to
yes.
open a restaurant.
What if I don't though?
you sold it, you could be fine.
What would
yes.
stop me from doing it?
I don't know. After enough infractions, maybe they throw your ass in jail.
Oh, it's like illegal.
Well, you could be fined, and you're probably right. Exactly. You probably could eventually, if you were a repeat offender, maybe get 25 years to life for the 3-strike rule. I don't fucking know.
Jeez. Okay. So
and guess what? You're going to jail for life because you cooked hot dogs in your microwave and sold them on the street.
I didn't sell them.
Yeah, but like
me.
Yes, that is how that works. Donuts are good, but they just
You just like the light at Krispy Kreme that lights up and says fresh donuts were just baked.
I hate
That's what
Krispy
you
Kreme.
and I think Krispy Kreme is overrated.
I mean, I'm not precious to. I would rather go to like a diner or like a bagel store. They inexplicably have like a better donut than any of the franchise places.
You have options. Okay, that's
we have options where I am. Like, I'm about to get a mochi donut, right?
There we go. It's a little balls stuck to each other. It's great. It's chewy.
Yeah, I'm just, I just like whenever I see a box of Munchkins, I'm just like, okay, I guess that'll do, but not really. Do you know what I mean?
I've come around on Dunkin'. It's mostly because their sandwiches are pretty good. So if you want like a good croissant egg sandwich in the morning, which my kids always do.
No.
Yes, listen, they're good enough for the kid. They're good enough for the gimmicks. They're good enough for me. That's where I'm at right
Wait, what are you calling your kids the gimmicks now?
Where have you been
for the last month?
Call your precious babies
the gimmicks?
Your lovely daughters.
Welcome, Giant Bomb. Where have you been? That is our fucking motto now. Hell yes.
That actually is really good.
Put it on a shirt.
Is really good. Somebody make a
God
t-shirt.
Damn, that was perfect.
We have a bomb.
sticker.
We have 2 hot dogs. Everything behind it just says shoot, 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 work. And then like Mike Minotti's face is there too.
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot.
A lot, just orbiting. Yes, I feed my gimmicks sheets constantly. Actually, I got sheets today, and one of the gimmicks just popped up and was just going through it, digging, helping herself. And I'm like, there's nothing in there for you. I already gave you your stuff. She thought I got a Butterfinger. She always steals my Butterfinger, which is weird because that was the whole bit with the commercial, right? Was like
nobody lay a finger.
Hey,
on my
can I tell y'all? Can I confess something to y'all? For the longest time, that I thought Butterfingers were just butter inside, and that's why I never wanted one. I'm like, why would you just bite into butter,
dude? No, at the Minnesota State Fair, they have deep fried sticks of butter. You can just buy those on a stick.
Yeah, right. That's completely unrelated, but yes.
No, it's a fucking butter stick, like he's describing. It's a thing that people enjoy and buy willingly.
And then when I tried it,
Butterfinger since
I have, and I was like, this isn't enjoyable. This isn't even fun peanut butter.
Butterfingers are very good.
I'm kind of with
Have you tried the
there.
improved formula? They improved the formula in the last couple of years.
I have not.
They just
Makes
seem
it less
like
crumbly.
Yeah. Oh, really? How do they do that?
Well, fucking probably evil science.
Less shards? Is that what it says on the package?
Less shards of peanut butter and
we
chocolate.
should rate. We should do a tier list of candy bars, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
I think it's I mean, yeah. Okay, we won't do it here. But
I've done it, and the S tier ones are Snickers, Skittles, and Starburst.
No,
but it's only chocolate bars. Only chocolate.
Just
bars.
bars. Okay, well then it's just Snickers.
Anything that comes. Anything that can come out of like a vending machine unsealed is fucking D tier candy.
Unsealed.
Yeah, like
unsealed.
You ever walk up to one of those vending machines with like put the quarter in the crank and it's just like raw ass fucking Skittles?
I'll do that
and
anytime I see it. If I got change and I see a big
that's
Skittles
so
machine,
gross.
put it
You
in my
mean like
hand.
the thing where like outside a drugstore and they just got the big ball.
Yep.
Literally,
with, like
the raw dog? No, it's
dude,
so gross.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Literally the same way they like dispense goat food at a petting zoo. Dan's like, put my hand on it.
It's exactly like that. It's the same thing. It's right next to temporary tattoos.
So fucking gross.
Good as hell.
I like Skittles.
Yeah, thanks, Skittles. This podcast is brought to you by raw ass Skittles.
Taste
fruity, delicious.
Fruity delicious. Brought to you by Fruity Delicious Loose 5 Skittles on the ground.
What else we got going on today? I'm trying to think what else is happening. So much shit. Just like
420, baby.
Damn, blaze it. Where's my Delta THC, whatever the fuck it's called?
TH8. Excuse me.
Yeah, TH8, TH Theta. Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna be getting stoned today.
It's a
I
national
might watch a
holiday.
movie. We haven't decided what movie to watch.
Yeah.
I've been thinking 2001: A Space Odyssey for a bit.
Lord of the Rings.
Ah,
Stoned? High? You're gonna watch it high? Yeah.
what 2001?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we did, yeah.
I thought you freak out. I thought you
I
do.
do.
Tell me. I do.
I do
Yeah.
frequently. Yes.
I do too, but it's like I do too because I'm realizing how anxious I am always is what it is. And it's like, oh, like all this does is uncover like what's underneath the surface, and then I kind of I deal with it a little bit, and I feel better.
Yeah.
In retrospect, I wish I was high for the Mario movie.
Ooh, that
Sure.
could have been fun. We had
Yeah.
Corona
You
Ritas.
know.
Yeah, that was also
basically-
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I was high off friendship there.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
That's life's most natural high. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a voicemail show. If you couldn't tell already, 707 exit flu is our phone number.
Welcome
That's
to
how
Giant
you-
Bomb. Where have you been?
Man, just translate
I'm
that into
writing
like
that down.
Japanese, and we'll just get that under some fucking.
No,
loose
no,
beer
the
and
new
call it
hotness
a
is
day.
Korean. We have to put it into Korean.
Okay. All right.
And
Why
then-
is that? Why is that language? the
Yo,
new
because
K-pop thing?
K-pop, dog.
Okay.
The kids are all doing this thing. They're all doing this thing. They're like
K-pop
waving their
is
wands
thing.
around. Like, oh my
So
god.
if I went into a local
So if I do
junior
this-
high and said, "Hey kids, raise your hand if you've heard of what B2S," would how many over half would they know?
If you ask them
Would
like
over half have heard of them?
BTS,
BTS. Oh, shit. I was about to be like, "Hey, I know something. I know something."
Dude, as if you could get within 100 fucking feet of a middle school.
Okay. Bullhorn and be like, "Hey,
Across
press
the
start
street.
on your TikTok if you've heard of
That makes it
B2S."
so much better. You're right. You're right. That would be more.
That's the
Because
most subtle
we can't
shit.
do anything about this.
Sorry,
He's got a bullhorn.
he's just out of our jurisdiction across the
How
street
have I
like
never heard
that.
of Bullhorn? I need to buy a Bullhorn.
yeah, why don't you have a bullhorn?
That's
Yeah.
weird.
I really
that you don't
should.
have a bullhorn.
It
Yeah.
is weird that I don't have.
It's weird that you have a sealed copy of what Stretch Panic, but you don't have a bullhorn.
That's correct. And
weird.
Raw Danger. Yes.
And Raw Danger. That's right.
You have how many copies of MacGruber, but no bullhorn?
I had 26, but I gave 3 to the Deadlock Boys at their show in Jersey last weekend. So I have
That's
23 now.
incredible.
And
I
a
mean,
film reel of it.
And there's like 4 still hidden somewhere in my home.
Yes.
I've only found 2 of them.
So what are we saying now? Giant Bomb, where have you been?
Where have you
It's
been?
like it's like welcome to Giant
Welcome
Bomb.
to Giant Bomb. Where have you been?
Where have you
Yeah,
been?
comma, where have you been?
Yeah.
All right.
You know, the bullhorn thing triggered a childhood memory of mine that maybe I could share if you guys will allow me.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
So my grandfather, my paternal grandfather was a total kook. He was a
Super Lou.
complete, Super Lou. His name was Stan. Just an actual psychopath, just allowed to wander the public streets and whatnot. My man would come to baseball games and basketball games with a bullhorn.
Yeah.
What's
Stanley.
wrong? What's wrong with this?
So you're like, tell me where this gets bad. This is where it gets bad. Like, imagine you're 8 years old and it's your first baseball game and you're in the batter's box and you're just like ready to go. And then all of a sudden you hear, "Go get him, Jeffrey!" Like that.
Go get him, Jeffrey.
Oh my God. That's exactly what my grandfather would do. Like, just did not care about what anyone else thought
Hell yeah.
or cared. Just like a true free spirit in
He
every sense of
believed
the
in
word.
you, though.
Oh, I think it was more like, I'm gonna be this jester person.
That sounds awesome. That sounds great.
Does it? I don't know.
Yes,
For
I
someone,
would like to hang out with him. Yes.
yeah, but like, what if he was doing it to you?
I don't know. I'm not an 8-year-old athlete. I'd be
know?
like, yeah. I got a pop.
Stop. Whoa, that's way too loud.
Do we all have these?
It yeah, it was that I'll never forget that. And just like you're sort of there and you're just like, they're like, "Hey Jeff, who's that guy?" I was like, "Oh, that's my grandfather." Why is he doing that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just some psycho. Anyway,
Arrest that man.
Now, if he was
Felt like that would-
commentating over the whole game, it might be different. But as I'm saying that, that'd be hilarious.
he did it he did it for a while. Like he would definitely do it multiple times throughout the game.
Until
and
the
then
six
also
pack and the sleepy juice kicked in, and then he just took a little
Just
camp underneath the bleachers, and
Did he have
Popo would
like
find him the next day? Yeah.
like the bullhorn that you have to hold up to your mouth, or do you have
Yes.
the one with like the speaker that you
No.
hold out there? Those are
Do they
cool.
make, like, do you know how like Bob Dylan had the harmonica holder? Do they have
Sure.
that for bullhorns? Because I'd like to
Yes.
get that.
You could probably
They do.
3D print one or get one on
Okay.
Etsy.
Oh no,
Okay.
they have like little necklaces you can wear that are
Yes.
basically microphones. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, look, it only happened like once or twice, and then my grandma would just like slap the shit out of him in front of everybody, and he wasn't allowed to bring the bullhorn anymore. But he always like seemed to pull one out like a cartoon character. Like he drove this like incredibly large Lincoln Continental,
Hell
and
yeah.
like
The Blues
you
Brothers
could
car
hide.
with a huge bullhorn.
No, but you could just hide
Yeah.
thousands of bullhorns in all the various compartments there.
Do you think that
Anyway.
bullhorn plays a part in the video game Blues Brothers 2000? Do you think that's a big like mechanic in that video game?
Seems like it's a pivotal plot device.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, I hope
Totally.
so. I
We
guess we'll
should
find out when we play that on Blight Club in the next several years.
we should sell bullhorns.
Sure.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like
Mm.
that can't get us into trouble, right? That's just an annoyance for a lot of people.
I think we can make it FTC compliant or whatever it is, or FCC. Which one's the Federal Communication? Yeah, FCC compliant. Yeah, we'll do it.
It's
BTS.
not illegal to be annoying.
Yeah,
You could be a public,
oh,
you could be a
boy.
nuisance. Yeah, if you're a
Eh,
nuisance.
You have to be pretty.
I
pretty
bet they're
serious.
rechargeable now, right? I bet they don't
Oh
need
hell
batteries.
yeah!
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the only.
I
advantage.
bet you they have LED lights on them too.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Especially in siren mode, definitely.
Hey Dan,
Okay,
what do you
we're
think you would do if being annoying became illegal? Would you like go to Canada or?
Go to jail.
Got it, folks.
Good.
That's been a great show. We'll see you next week.
Good night, everybody. That's our time. That is like a frightening prospect for you. Don't do this bullshit. It's true, Dan. You're a criminal. Oh, fuck.
They got
All
a
right,
pop from the
voicemail time.
boys.
Voicemails. Voicemails,
All right.
voicemails,
Oh, yeah, we do
voicemails.
voicemails.
Oh, I was low key hoping we'd go the whole episode without doing a voicemail.
Let's do
does
it
feel like the
unannounced at some
longest-
point in the future. Yeah.
Let's call Jeff's grandpa, get him over there, and just say, "Hey, good job." He's probably is he still with us? I don't know.
No, he's been
Probably.
dead for
Okay.
about 20 years.
The ghost,
but,
then, the ghost.
Yeah, his ghost. Oh, but
Jeffrey.
Oh, is he back?
I am
back.
haunted by him.
Every
Yes,
time
yes.
before a podcast, Jeff's grandpa will be like, "Go get him, Chef. Podcast away."
Yeah, that's spooky. Okay, it's time for the voicemails to happen on the voicemail dump truck. Oh, we got a lot. We got a lot today. They look good. They look clean. I'm excited to get going. First up is going to be Jan Ochoa. Please have a voicemail crack, will ya?
This is something I'm very intimately aware with. Mole people.
Hey, what's up, dumpers? Anthony from Kentucky here. So today I learned about Las Vegas mole people. They live underneath the tunnels, Las Vegas, and I guess they have their own communities and their own king and whatnot.
King?
My question is, what's the weirdest place you know that people live? All right, love you guys. Bye.
Mwah.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's just
Got
mean.
Yeah.
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 Right after that,
wait.
San Diego.
Hey, that place was nice.
So like Dennis Leary in Demolition Man, is
Yes.
that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I have seen my like little vacation last year when I was in Vegas. I saw people come out of a sewer grate that were not plumbers, and then lower stuff and then bring stuff up. Mole people, because it's so hot in Vegas, you got to cool off in the mole tunnels. It's a whole little society.
That is a strange
I'm
city
looking this up.
to want to be part of the mole community, I think.
Yo, when I was over there, I slowly felt myself thinking like, I could just stay here and be fine. I'd be fine here. Just lose all of my career aspects, all of my ambitions, and just be Vegas Jan.
But can you get internet? And because you could still, we work remotely. Could you not work?
I didn't think about that
mole
aspect.
Holes?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you just mole people underneath the Starbucks, right? I mean,
Oh,
you
fair
borrow their
enough, yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, yeah. You can do that.
Apparently,
The strangest place that I think people live outside of, Florida is just like, there's a lot of like crazy arteries that lead in and out of Manhattan, and I'm just always fascinated of like where they've decided to like put huge residential skyscrapers where like I will pass someone's apartment going 60 miles an hour and their like living room is seemingly 11 feet away from the road up in the sky. I always think like that's a wild place to decide to live, especially where like an apartment like that is very expensive and you're just sort of like, oh, you've chosen to do this and pay a lot of money for that. Fair enough.
It is like weird to do the drive through the mountains, the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, and be like, look up the top of a sheer hill and just be like, oh, that's someone's backyard. They like just stumbled a couple of feet. It is. They're going to be right there, 100 feet down in front of me. So yeah, it's always strange. Like that seems dangerous, but people do
even in like where we were staying in Burbank before Nintendo World, and like a lot of places in like the Hollywood Hills and everything have those houses on stilts or like over the ocean.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's just like, oh man, that just seems very precarious.
Yeah, especially with how poorly prepared all of California is for rain.
Yes,
and any type of natural disaster outside of an earthquake. We got earthquakes on lock.
Yeah, the earthquake protection is like legit now, right?
Yeah, everything else,
total fucked. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The thing is, like, I lived in Kansas where like tornadoes were, at least a couple times a year, you'd have to go down to the basement or the crawl space, and there's a real threat of a tornado taking your house away. But that's a couple times a year. Whereas, like, if I felt like there was not actual ground underneath my house, if it was on like stilts, I would just always worry. I think that I stomped too hard while I was playing a Wii. Why am I playing a Wii balance board game? You know what I mean? If I
sure DDR, you were doing your DDR.
I'm DDRing as I'm known to do, and I'm just dead. Yeah.
I don't think I could live on a houseboat because I'd constantly be in fear of like little new holes popping up.
Yeah, newhole.com is
right
the site.
Yeah. I would like a houseboat. I've been in a house on stilts on the Outer Banks, North Carolina. They had them out there.
Yeah,
and
that's
it was
nice.
Like, this was fine. They're sturdy. They're up to code. So
fine.
I think
hurricane, maybe you leave. But
exactly. You get out of there during a hurricane for sure. Yeah, but you just drive away.
Yeah. Okay. We've unlocked new fears, so congrats to everybody. And we'll go to the next voicemail, Jeff Grubb.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that Cyndi Lauper.
Sure.
Guys, I just left my apartment, and my downstairs neighbor is clearly on meth and orchestrating with a fork and a cigarette. He's orchestrating I want to say it's a Cyndi Lauper VHS. I'm not sure. All I know is it's Cyndi Lauper, and I'm pretty sure it's a VHS. This feels pirated. I don't really know. What's the weirdest thing you've experienced in an apartment complex?
Okay, that's where that was.
Sorry, I'm just watching him. All right. Love you, bye.
That's very good. Yeah, I don't. Oh man.
I got one.
Yeah.
So this is when I had bought a new car and went into the dealership for an oil change. Normally I'd go to like a mom and pop that I was familiar with, but I was like, I got a new car. Let's go bring it to the dealership, get an oil change. And then I park it in, wake up like around 4 to go to like the opening shift at the coffee shop. And in the shared garage, there's just oil everywhere.
Oh.
And it just coming from my car. And then I was like, oh no, I don't know what to do. So I just took like the mop that was there in the shared garage and I kind of just moved the oil to make it seem like the oil was coming from someone else's car rather than my own. And then I went to my shift, and then my car wouldn't start because it had no oil in it because it all drained because of the dealership. So that was fun.
That's pretty stupid, man.
That was a good move. I'm proud. That's a pro move. I just had normal stuff, like crazy neighbor in kind of near downtown Columbus, and it was he was just a Vietnam vet, and we'd be out in the backyard, and every time he would always just come and hang out and yell at me, basically. And it was like not mean. He's like, Jeff, I'm gonna buy you a saxophone. It was like that. It was like, okay. And so mostly it was just like trying to keep him chill while like my then girlfriend, now wife, was just like mostly scared. I'm like, I'll handle this guy, and doing that for hours at a time before I could go back inside in a way that was that felt natural. It wasn't like, please get out of here. I'm afraid of you.
One time we were in college, and me and my upstairs neighbors were good friends, and we got back from the bar one night, 2-something in the morning in Kansas, and we were sitting on the deck just drinking beers, and it faced an alleyway. There was just like a dark alleyway, and we're sitting there, and there's just the one light above, my door or whatever. It's kind of dark, and we just see this guy coming in from the alley, blood all over his face, just blood coming down his face. And we're like, whoa, what happened there? And he came over and he's like, I just got in a fight with my idiot fucking friend, and you fucking left that party. It fucking sucked. And he was like actively just like bleeding, like wandering through a dark alleyway. And we're just like, you want a beer? And we just drank with him for a while and just heard him bitch about his friend. And so it's just a fun apartment hang out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
One time in college, I guess this qualifies as a weird apartment story. My roommate came home very late. It was like 3 a.m. with a lady friend, and they started to like go at it. And I guess he didn't realize I was there. Like, it wasn't a situation where you have like your own sort of space, or you could even like hide the fact. And I woke up and I was like, oh, this is awkward. I would prefer to not be here for this, however long this is going to go. So what I tried to do was, in college, it was 2 rooms that shared a common bathroom. So you could just go right in and like get to the other side. So I was like, oh, and they were like close friends. I'm like, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to go over there. And I go to the bathroom and it was locked. So I couldn't get out of the room because someone had locked it on the other side. I'm just sort of standing there, much closer to their bed now. It just kind of like left the apartment is what it did. And I was just like outside at 3:30 in the morning, just sort of like looking at my watch, seeing it's not, I guess it's more of like an upsetting, sad story. Now that I say it out loud, but yeah, that happened to me. It's fine.
I think I ruined a lot of my neighbors in college mornings. I wasn't really friends with him, but I talked to them because he was the bartender at a bar on Mass Street I used to go to. He always called himself Panty Crusher. He was on the he was on the KU football team, and he would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm Panty Crusher," and I would hear loud moaning female voices coming from across the hall many times. And a lot of times after a night at the bar, young, inexperienced drinker, I would wake up in the morning on a Saturday or Sunday and just, I'm a very loud vomiter. It's been years since I vomited from drinking, but my dad can attest. Anyone who knew me in college can attest. It's just the grossest fucking sound.
It's MacGruber having sex, basically.
Basically, it's vomiting version of that. Yeah. So there were a lot of mornings where there would just be like just the throes of ecstasy you'd hear on one side of the wall, and then I would go on the other, just like fucking puking, and then the moans would abruptly stop. So I think I might have ruined some mornings.
The duality of man.
It didn't set the mood for him.
I guess not. They were thin walls.
When was the last time you puked?
Oh man,
recently, right? No,
man,
like, that's not
maybe
the
like
answer.
a PAX 2017 or something.
Oh, so it's been
the
a minute.
Buffalo Wild Wings PAX, where I was at Buffalo Wild Wings for like 15 hours, and then I threw up. Yeah, I think I threw up the morning of that. I think the morning where all the hot dogs got thrown at me at the Paxomania thing. I think I threw up in the hotel.
Oh, that's a little fun fact. There you go. Put a little pop-up video there.
It was like 40 minutes.
It was like a lot of highs and lows then. The low puking, the highs catching a hot dog.
Huge swings that day.
A whole fucking day at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was insane, yeah.
That'll do it. I will choose the next voicemail, and we'll go with get the one with an egg on it.
Hey, it's Alice in Los Angeles. Just catching up on the Bombcast. You guys talked about donuts in Los Angeles. We have the best donuts. Randy's is good. The best one though is Sidecar. They're mostly on the west side, but there's locations all over now. Sidecar Donuts. Get the one with the egg in it. It's fucking incredible.
Yes, please.
I don't want eggs anywhere near my donuts.
Yeah, put eggs in my donuts.
I would try that in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me?
I absolutely would.
Sounds amazing.
I'm a bougie little boy, and I'm fine with eggs and donuts, but I can't get behind the fancy flavored donuts. You know, I don't want a spicy donut.
I can't do it with ice cream. Where it was like I was in SF and went to that fancy ice cream place, and they're like, "This one has blood in it," and I was like,
Cow
"I'll have chocolate.
blood.
I'll have chocolate, please." I'm like, "Thank you." And my friend looks at me like, "Why would you get?" I'm like, "Because I don't want blood." Like that's the answer.
Fair.
There you go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think there's like there's a line or like a threshold that you can sort of flirt with, and then after you cross it, it's just like, what are we doing? I gotta trust that like people are experimenting in responsible ways and they're coming up with some pretty great stuff. I think the salty and sweet combinations that have found their way into ice creams are pretty damn fantastic. Jan Ochoa, you have a hand raised? Oh,
He
was
was
this
high five.
something great happened?
Oh,
Everything okay?
She had an interview today and I believe it went well. You go good?
Awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
Everyone clap it up.
Yeah.
Oh, the folks are cheering.
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh shit! Wrong
No,
one.
wrong one. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Donuts, though, you know. Hey, is a churro a donut?
Yes.
I don't
No,
really know what a churro
it is certainly not a donut. What?
It's a long, straight
Is
donut.
there a difference? I think these are New York things. Is there a difference between a churro and a cannoli?
Yes. Native to New York City.
I feel like churros and cannolis I never heard of until I moved to New York, and because I learned of their existence at the same time, they're the same thing in my brain.
Yeah,
What kind of
no.
restaurant were you at where they had churros and cannolis?
I just think, well, Bianca being from the East Coast, she talked, about
wait.
both of them. So I think I learned about them both around the same
Where
period.
what's the like origin, the sort of like regional origin you think of a cannoli?
New York.
Okay, and what do you think it is for
Ethnically.
a churro? Ethnically, yeah. What do you think it is of a churro?
It's okay. I give you the pass,
New
Dan.
York.
Yep, okay, both right. Got it. No notes. No notes.
Basically,
Okay.
cannolis are Italian. Churros are Mexican.
I want to say Mexican, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say.
Yes. Churros are donuts. They're donuts. Why aren't they donuts?
It's
Backdoor?
fried bread.
I'm not gonna get precious about it. I think like a zeppoli is maybe more of a donut
Spanish.
than
We
a
were saying
churro.
Spanish.
Spanish. Okay.
All right.
Great. We got it.
Yo no sé, yo no sé.
Yeah. And yeah, I think like a zeppoli could definitely be a donut simply because it's like. But you know what? I guess a churro and something like a funnel cake are like cousins in a
Funnel
fun
cake.
way.
Mm.
So sure, we'll allow it. There
What's
you go.
a zeppoli?
Congratulations, churros. Huh?
Oh, that's what a zeppoli is.
Yeah. Just like a fried ball of dough.
God,
there, yeah.
I had this thing. It was on a stick. It seemed like a donut hole, but it was filled with stuff. Bombolinis or something.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, and a cannoli is like a pastry with a filling and stuff. But it's not. I mean, it's like a baked good, but it's not necessarily a donut. Like a very similar to a donut. So they're not the
Does
same.
pastry just mean bread based?
I mean, like baked good in my brain.
Yeah.
Basically.
Baked
Yeah, like
good.
eclairs, like anything that looks like an eclair.
Yeah,
But
but
like
like
a-
is pretty
okay.
similar to a cannoli.
Is there a difference between like baking and cooking though? Like I don't really when
Yes.
someone says baking, I don't really know.
Baking,
Is
you're
that a
putting you're
pan? Is
definitely
that a-
you're baking. You're definitely putting it in the oven for the most part.
baking is always in the oven.
Yeah,
I think so. You're baking. You're baking.
you could be.
It's
It could
baked.
be like a different form of an oven, but it's got to be oven-like. Like it could be like a Dutch oven that you're digging in the hole. We talked about that before. But yes, an oven. And then cooking, you could do on a countertop. You could do over fire and stuff. I think that's generally the difference.
Pasta in a pot with water is
It's cooking.
cooking.
It's cooking, and you're not baking.
But also
yeah.
boiling. It can be both, right?
well,
Yes,
Boiling
it's still
goes
cooking.
underneath
Boiling
the
is-
by
umbrella.
boiling it. Yeah.
Yes,
That
yep.
is one of the most confusing things about food. Is like when you
Yeah,
see,
that's
like,
what
oh,
all chefs
I
have
just
to
hate-
get through. That's
No.
the toughest part is them figuring out all that. You're right.
Well, that's the thing. It's like whenever I try to make something and something just says something like everyone knows it, like saute these things or broil these things, or it's like I don't.
Hey,
you need
Dan.
to fucking tell me what to do. What instruments do I need? What I don't understand that.
Dan, do you Google?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Say it like
a
that?
that was a half-ass yeah. That was
I
like
do, but it frequently does not answer my question. You know,
It just raises more questions. But if you Googled, how do I saute? Do you think?
it always seems imprecise. Like I need to know exactly. Tell me what I need to saute. Do I need a fork? Do I need a pan? Do I need a pot?
No,
What is
see,
the technical difference between a pan and a pot? Like, there's a lot of questions that a simple Google doesn't fix for me.
That's wrong because you can Google and learn about anything. You're wrong. Number two,
Well,
there's
but I don't
always
want
a
to look up 40
baseline.
different things to understand one thing. You know what I mean?
All right, but there is always like I guess I will be charitable in the way that I will say that some cooking instructions do assume a bit of like culinary knowledge.
And that's why
Not
it's hard
really
if you don't have
complicated.
that. I'm
Not
not fucking
like-
Emerald. I don't
I'm
know
talk-
what this shit means.
I'm talking about like
You're my
words like
emerald.
I'm talking about words like whisking, right? Or like, shit like that. I've never seen a recipe say now saute the onions. They'll say like put them in a pan with oil.
I've
do
seen things.
the
I was just
thing.
looking up because I got a bunch of meat and it was like, okay, throw the ribs in the slow cooker for 8 hours on a low heat. And it's like, okay, I can do that. And then it's just like, yeah, then just broil it for a couple minutes. Like, what does that mean? What temperature do I put in? What
it's
is
so
a broil? Like,
it's so
Broil's
funny.
generally one temp.
Yes.
And your
It's
oven probably
high.
has a broil setting.
oh, and you don't have to set like a temperature.
You
as
just
well?
put it to broil
You set it
mode.
to broil.
Okay,
So broil is just like
Zach-
extreme high heat from only the top.
interesting.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Zaki in chat is like 100% correct. And I use this to describe you to people a lot as well. It's like you were just born college aged. That's it. Like that's it. That's how you came out.
Does that
You're
imply
like
a college education though? Because I don't have that either. Really.
No. No one's
You went to
accusing
film
you
school.
of being college educated.
Film
okay?
major.
No one is accusing you of any of that.
Okay.
And you also,
Okay.
just a tip, just like a friend to friend tip.
Sure.
I know you love talking about how you went to film school, but you almost all the time immediately follow it up with saying, I never went to class either.
I know
Like-
because I was doing my own shit. I wasn't
Great.
a follower. I was a leader.
Awesome. That's exactly what they're
Power
looking
Hour
for.
DVDs.
I made my
You
own
just-
sketch show and Power Hour DVDs. And
I'm just saying, for people who don't have that context about your entrepreneurial, ambitions there, maybe you don't talk about the fact that you also did not go to class.
Let's make
I only
a
care about the
cookbook.
things that matter.
Okay.
Let's make a
Giant Bomb
cookbook.
cookbook.
Yeah. Just
Oh.
4 recipes.
Where you been? Here's our cookbook.
One recipe from
I'll-
each of us. Boom. That's it.
Man, I want a bombolini right now is what I want.
Giant bombolini is the first recipe of the
Holy
cookbook.
Oh, delicious.
Yes. Good job, Dan. That's why we
Thank
keep
you.
you around.
Thank you.
All right. Chat's turn. They chose 2 plain hot dogs.
Hey, Big Dumpies, it's your boy. I'm just wondering, how many podcast points do I need to get 2 plain hot dogs? Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Thank you, caller.
Like the redeem value.
Yeah.
Yep. Jan? Oh,
I can
Jan's
look up how much it is in sheets.
Can you convert it?
It's about like how much is 2 plain hot dogs at Sheets?
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I think it's pretty cheap. I think it's like $2 to $3. Honestly, let me see though.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's I wouldn't want it any other way. Let's see. I have 1,545 spendable points. I wonder if I could just redeem those real quick.
Were all of those hot
300.
dogs ingested?
What's that?
Were all of those hot dogs ingested?
Yeah.
No way. Please
no
say
way.
no.
Absolutely not. All right. So I have 1,554 Sheets points. I could get 2 free hot dogs for 350 Sheets points.
Oh,
Well,
What do you
that's
think the
Sheets
podcast
points.
points? Yes.
Well, to redeem your
Show me some hot dogs.
podcast points, you have to like come to me in person and meet me at specific times. Even if I see you in person and we hang out,
Yeah,
can't
you're
always
like a
redeem
Destiny
it.
character where
Yeah.
everyone's like, where do I find this character on this day?
Exactly. It's like that. That being said, everyone listening right now, even if you're listening to the archive, you now have a ×2 multiplier for your podcast points.
Does that count us? We're listening.
Yeah,
I
of
got
course.
headphones
Of
on?
course.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
God.
It's not guaranteed that I'm going to dole out any points. The ×2 multiplier doesn't expire. There's like 2 people, always be clothing, and El Palo Loco, you have ×4 now. So
Whoa,
there you go.
What the hell?
We'll see. We'll see. Hey,
Okay.
this is how crypto should be. See, this gets everyone excited. It's like, oh,
Sure.
can I
Makes
have
not
some?
as
Can
much
I have
sense.
some?
It's true. And you could actually trade them in for something.
Oh
Hot
God.
dogs.
Oh no. If
Hot
we-
dogs.
Are
You
hot
ever go
dogs
to-
like the worst thing you can possibly eat? Like,
No.
I'm not trying to be a, I'm not
Mustard.
trying to be a
No.
hater. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just saying like
Wait,
No,
And you
it's
just say
hot dogs are
mustard?
top
Yeah.
100.
Yeah,
What are you
he's
talking
said
about?
mustard.
There's like a million things you can eat, and hot dogs are top 100.
wait, what?
Mustard's
What-
so good.
What are you saying?
Uh,
I'm saying
You're
like,
asking if it's one of the worst things you can eat. I'm
Yes,
saying there are
like-
millions of things you can eat, and hot dogs are among the elite things you can eat.
oh, there's no way that's true.
Top 100.
I might be on Dan with this. Dan,
Thank
no,
you.
but
20
I love hot
podcast
dogs.
points.
Glizzy's fine, whatever.
Yes, with the multiplier weight, so that's 40 total, right?
That's 40 total. It's 40 total.
Fuck.
I don't care about the points. I'm talking about.
You
Is
care
it-
about the points.
I do. I just think it's like it's one of the things like someone would say like, hey, it'd be okay if you just never had one of these like for your health, right?
I think it's anything for your health. Anything processed, yeah. But I
of
mean,
course.
if
But
you're
like
gonna eat-
among that, you know, right? Or is it
I don't
something
think hot
else?
dogs are that much worse than any other processed meat.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Got it.
Just, I don't want to totally derail here. Can you describe what processed food is in like 5 sentences or less?
We,
please? 'Cause
I've tried
to
this
understand
before,
for a long
and I
time.
know
People
the
say
answer
it
to
all
this
the
question
time.
is no, Dan.
I
Processed-
never know
because
what
we
the fuck
did
it
it.
means.
We
What
did
is
it.
processed food?
If you get a
Highly-
vegetable
in
on
a
the
factory?
ground, if you get something, it means that the factory is basically
Highly salted, highly cured,
Oh, so good.
preserved. Yeah. What?
Okay.
Yes, good. That's what process is just a euphemism
loaf of
for
bread.
incredibly
A loaf of
tasty.
bread.
before. I'm not
Is-
gonna.
is
I'm
a
not
loaf
gonna
of-
do it.
Is a loaf of bread processed?
It can be.
Yeah,
If
it
it
can be.
How do you know?
Most store bought, like just bread that's just sitting. Anything that could be sitting on a store shelf for a very long time is probably processed.
Yes.
Anything
about
that
if
you
I
got
just
to
buy
like throw it
ground
after
beef?
a day this is why it's kind of unfair. Ground beef is for the most part going to be unprocessed. For
Okay.
the most part, but you can get more processed versions
Wheat
of beef for
thins.
sure. Wheat thins
Processed.
are definitely processed.
Okay.
But like
It's
not a
anything that-
bad
Quarter pounder.
process. Yes.
I mean, look, there's not like a magic wand that like happens where it's like, but there are levels of like how processed could a thing be. It's not this intangible idea, but like it is just a process that happens to a food that is unnatural or designed to make it like last longer in a can or whatever it is.
But
like,
how do you know? Like, there's not a big sticker that says processed or unprocessed on food. Like,
I
so
think-
how do
okay.
you know if you're not like a food scientist?
The way you know is if it's something like I'm trying to like this is the easiest way you could do it. If you look at something and you're like, I could put that in my pantry, not in the refrigerator. Like I could put it in my pantry and it'll be good a month from now. It's almost certainly processed.
Yes.
Now I'm not telling you, Dan, don't eat those things. You go ahead, eat whatever you
It's
want.
mostly, almost exclusively what I eat.
I
Yeah.
think you
but-
only eat processed foods is
Yeah.
probably
I'm
a
not.
fair.
That's not a joke. I think. Pretty
Yeah,
much
no,
that's it.
I'm
But
buying
like
it.
you,
I'm
like
buying
fresh vegetables, like anything that's sort of like that you need to like kind of get and prepare pretty immediately. That's going to be real food, and that is and there are benefits for sure. But
there's a big convenience factor here because like that's
there's
the thing. It's
definitely
like,
a
I
big
don't like
convenience
Actually,
buying
factor and
bananas.
money
yes.
factor. Like yes,
Okay.
there's all kinds of problems with trying to eat real food. Yes,
So processed
absolutely.
food is much better,
Processed foods are
cheaper,
they
more
are
convenient,
worse
lasts
they
for
longer.
are-
you.
they are designed in a lab to make you want more of them. The idea that a Pringles thing is once you pop you can't stop is kind of crazy because they designed it to be like you bite it and it dissolves in your mouth and you get all the flavor, but it doesn't feel
Yeah.
like you actually ate anything. So you're like, well, I'll just eat another
Keep
one,
going.
another one, and yeah, it like tricks your brain into like just eating the whole thing, and then you buy more of it, and yeah, it's designed to do that. I mean, it's nefarious, but what isn't under capitalism?
They're doing a great job.
Yeah, they're really
I'm gonna
doing
keep
some good
eating
stuff over there. I eat it all the time too.
I think it's like there's like I said, a lot of food could be more processed than the food than the food next to it, but yeah, honestly, at this point, don't worry about it. You're good. You're good, buddy.
Yeah.
Speaking of being good, have you chosen a voicemail yet or no?
I have not. Let me
Okay,
go with-
Grub, you're up, buddy.
Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah, not Pauline.
Alright, Dumpers. Who is the best video game mayor? And why is it Mike Hagger and not Pauline? Laters.
I mean, look, Hagar is cool. He's a pro wrestling mayor, but Pauline's
He's cleaning up the
really cool
streets.
in New Dunk City.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just
Pauline's
going
very
around
cool.
like spinning T posing and just like knocking over bad guys with capes and nuclear symbols on their fits. Right?
Yeah, he's really cool. I mean, objectively,
He's real
very,
cool.
Very cool. Yes.
What
Pauline,
is
I
this
mean,
noise?
Pauline went from just being like kidnapped by a gorilla every 2 minutes to like being the mayor of New Donk City.
And like
Like
putting
she
on a
runs the
giant
Donkey Kong City
show.
now.
She puts on a giant show dedicated to her being kidnapped by a gorilla.
Yes, it's an awesome show.
And it's
there's like a
awesome. It's
bang-
one of the
there's like a
best
swing
things
bang
that ever
playing
happened in
it.
a video game.
But how many
you're saying-
taxpayer dollars are being wasted putting
Right,
on the show rather than fixing the problems of New Donk City?
Trace
One of
the
problems in
money.
New Donk City.
Trace
That's
the
true.
money. Right?
But
There's
and
just this
Hagar- I mean,
one
Hagar-
power line connecting them to this one little building. How are they going to get there?
I get that is a point in favor of Mike Hagar because he's not spending the money. He's just going out and cleaning up the streets himself instead
pocketing all the
of
money.
paying more cops.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Well, okay.
Putting various meats in barrels across the city.
You think he's planting them personally?
Oh, sure, Dan.
For
I
like he
think
knows
so.
he's going to clean up these streets today, so he plants a bunch of roast chickens or whatever,
Yes.
and then he goes back to the start.
It's
He's
like
all right,
long
it's like
distance
checkpoints.
hikers. Yeah.
Okay.
Only problem,
okay, so you're running a
Dan?
marathon and you have friends holding out things at Gatorade at certain intervals. Okay, I see.
Mhm.
All right.
Only big problem with that is all that food's got to be heavily processed. And that's
Good.
a
He knows
problem.
what's up.
he knows what's up.
Ooh,
Yeah.
can I share a fun mustard fact that I learned recently?
Please.
I love that. I love mustard. Let's
All
go.
right. So apparently a lot of marathon runners are folks that do like those like Spartan races, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
If you get a muscle cramp, a lot of the more extreme folks will carry small packets of mustard with them and just slurp it up because apparently
Yeah.
mustard helps to get rid of muscle cramps.
Huh.
This is why I don't run anymore.
I don't know the
I
science.
didn't know that.
I don't know
is
this.
that like is that like a pseudoscience thing or is it real? Like I don't know.
Hey, all my friends that are runners, they all swear by mustard.
I love yellow mustard.
I do.
Like I love deli mustard too, but give me like traditional yellow, like a real nice,
fucking A.
real nice pack
French.
of yellow.
French's mustard. Yeah. They
Yeah.
know what they're
You
doing.
know?
They got it
Love
right. I mean, I love all the mustards too, but just give me
I
that
put-
yellow French mustard.
I gotta
Which is-
say, like when we're entering the grill season, the grill arc, if you will, and
Love a good grill arc.
the grill arc is entering. It's phase 1 of the grill arc. I put fucking mustard and ketchup on my fucking hamburger. That's what I do.
Yeah, for real. Do
Yeah.
it.
Pickles, chopped onions. Let's go.
People are sort of insisting that I get into smoking. Smoke,
Oh,
not,
yeah.
but like smokers. No,
Yeah.
Oh,
smoking grills. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I think I might do that. I think I might commit this spring and go for it. And the mustard will be featured pretty heavily there for sure.
Beautiful.
I bought a yakitori grill because it was $20. So hey, there you
Ooh.
go.
I'm looking forward to seeing pictures. I'm looking forward to the grill season. It's the only good thing about being outside. Who's up with here? Which one is this? Number 6. Okay, so it's me. I'm gonna choose this. Dan, did you go yet?
I did not.
Okay, I will choose
Good bit.
down forward, please.
Hey, Dumpers. If you were Street Fighter characters, what would your down forward do? I feel like mine would fire bubbles out of my hands so that if I'm at a party, I could be like, yo, check this shit out, and amaze everyone. That or Whiskey Beam. Let me know. Thanks.
Nice. What a good question. Thank you, caller.
What accent is that?
Oh,
That's-
you know what? It seemed like northeastern, right? Like
it sounds
maybe.
like Long Island, I'm going to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
maybe even like Connecticut or Massachusetts. But yeah.
It could be that. I'm sticking with Long Island though.
Okay, caller, call back and let us know where you're calling from.
Yeah, definitely.
You know which one
mine-
I think I've always liked is Reptile in Mortal Kombat 2, where he takes the mask off and it's just like it's a green acid spit that just flies straight forward. Imagine if you just could do that. Like if someone like was like fucking with you at a bar or something, just like spit fucking like Dilophosaurus acid in their face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'd like to be
Fun.
like Tajiri, just pull out the green mist
Ooh.
anytime. Oh,
Can you do? You should be able to do all the mists, like the blue,
Oh
the red,
yeah,
the green.
yeah.
yeah.
Depending on the situation, though.
Of course. Sometimes
Yeah.
you need to blind someone. Sometimes you need to knock them out. Yeah.
Sometimes you need to infect them with
Yep.
evil.
Darkness of the soul. Yes.
The great one in chat's like, I'm about to go off on bubbles because I have shown a lot of bubble hatred in Jeff's Bizarre Adventure because that was a big bubble arc in season 2 of what they tried to do in that anime. I don't know if you understand about the whole bubble situation. Now Jan's gonna do some bubbles. I have been known to be a bubble ass bitch, so that is definitely
Look at this
a
shit.
part
Look
of
at this
me
shit.
that everyone should know.
Wow.
Bubbles
I
big
caught
fat
it.
Catch that.
I
Yeah,
caught it.
Eat it.
Oh,
Got it.
Eat
There
it.
it is.
oh, whoa. You see these bubble tricks? I
he's doing
spun
bubble
it around
tricks.
the wall.
Good.
Okay.
That's pretty sick. Not gonna lie.
He did a 360 bubble trick.
Forget
Are
kendamas.
you doing bubbles for Scout? Is that what this is?
Oh, no. This is just for me. This is for me, man.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
What does that sound?
Those long wands, though. What would my down forward be? I refuse to make it be a hockey or keyboard thing. So
Mine's
what
just
should
gonna
it
be
be?
my hair grows back out and then like
Oh, that'd be
slurps back in.
sick.
Yeah.
It's a
That'd be
toggle.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a toggle. Yeah.
What should it be? What should it be?
Cans of beer.
Yeah.
Out of my palm?
Yeah.
But you're like discarding IPAs, like, and you say, "This is over," and you throw it at somebody. I'm over this.
You
This
smash
is
it
last
on your head
season's
like the
beer.
Sandman and then throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sirs. Sign me up. What was yours, Dan?
The acid spit.
Oh, right. Right. Okay. Spitting acid at your friends at a party. Got it.
Not friends. People who mean me harm.
Jan, it is your turn by my calculations. Please choose the next voicemail.
Soccer team abbreviated.
Whenever I see the United States men's national soccer team abbreviated, I always think it's the United States Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right, love you. Bye.
It's cute. I like that.
MNT.
MNT. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Thank you,
Yeah.
caller. Very
It takes me a
cute.
second for sure.
We went to chat for the next one, and Permanent Side chose "Wrestling is Dumb as Sh.mp3."
I don't know about that, but
Well, I mean,
Hey, what's up, Dumpers? This is Nathan from Texas. Just wanted to say that I also think wrestling is dumb as shit and don't really understand why a group of obviously intelligent people are so obsessed with it. That being said, I'm not a little bitch about it. It's obviously something that brings you guys a lot of joy, and it's y'all's show, so I say fuck the haters. Love you.
This guy
Bye.
kicks ass.
wow,
This guy's
that was
going
a heel
over.
turn.
Oh
Right?
man. What
That
a
guy-
face face,
No
this
face
guy.
turn.
gets
Face turn.
35 podcast points.
I mean, give
You
him
know what?
all the ones we have.
Double it. Double it.
All right.
70.
70. There you go.
Yep. That's great.
That's big.
It's my new favorite thing when people act like it's the worst thing in their life that we say shoot.
Or yes.
It's like everything's going great for them. It's, oh, God
I
damn
can't-
it, you did it
I just
again.
can't handle it anymore.
It's my
funny-
fucking
it's
favorite,
funny
and
'cause
it's
that-
only going to make me do it more.
Funny because that's definitely me for sure.
Yeah, but you're
Like-
not like walking away from this podcast like my day's ruined. Like,
No, that's true. Only like the next 45 minutes. That's about
Yeah,
it.
it's not like you're gonna go to Stace
gimmick.
after this and be
oh,
like,
gimmick! Look at the gimmick!
I can't
Wow,
believe
look at
Grub
that
is calling
gimmick.
his kids gimmicks.
Gimmicks grow up so fast these days, don't they?
That's right.
Yeah, they do. For shoot.
All right, I'll be charitable. Dan,
I was actually going to
Did
pick
you
that
go
one,
yet?
but let's see. Let's go. We're going to read them all anyway. It's not like, oh, yay, I get to pick one.
I don't know if we're gonna have time today. There's a lot left.
Let's go eating Doritos like crazy.
Yo, Dumpers. You guys are talking about commenting on people's weight right now.
Oh, what?
And my friends think I'm insane because I have a will not comment on people's weight rule. And when my friends are like, oh, you haven't like commented on the fact that I've lost weight, I'll restate that rule because it's just not something you should fucking comment on. And there's nothing more ingenuine than when somebody looks at you and goes, oh my God, have you lost weight? And you're like, no, I fucking haven't, mate. I've been eating Doritos like crazy. Anyway, look, 100% agree. Don't comment on people's weight. And, you know, if they bring up that they've been exercising really hard and they've lost weight or whatever, congratulate them, move on. It's not a topic to sit and discuss. Love you.
Dude, my
Agreed.
fucking grandma, every time I go for Christmas Eve at her place, with me, every single time she sees me, Danny, you got fat. And then with every time, like she'll get like me pajama pants, or she'll give my sister Kayla like athletic pants or something. And she'll be like, oh, Kayla, I bought those for you when you were a lot skinnier, but then you got all fat, so I don't know if they're gonna. Thanks for the gift, Grandma. Cool.
Wow, all grandmas are just like that, huh?
Dude,
There's just this old woman from Georgia that just calls you fat every time you see her. It's really something.
yeah.
Yeah.
We know my story with this, but someone hadn't seen my brother in a while and like was just very mean to him in that department. And he took it in stride. He was like, whatever, you're just like a crazy old lady, whatever. But like, it's just when you see, like, if you see that happen, you're just like, I just couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. And I was just like, oh God, that is just so insane. I can't believe someone just like doesn't have a filter to just be like, maybe I should shut up, Sucks.
That's a lack of pretty basic, I guess, just humanity to like not know that you shouldn't just call people fat. Like that just sucks.
It's not even like, oh, you look like, looks like you put on some weight or what. It's you're fat. That's incredible.
It was Scott Steiner. Yeah.
In no way am I like
asses.
in no way am I defending the way it was delivered, but like, I guess she thought it was like kind of funny the way she put it, where she was sort of just like, oh, I see your belly's getting real big or something like that. It's just like, what? Oh my God, you crazy person. Okay.
The inverse of this is also true, where you shouldn't say to someone, you're really skinny lately.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Because who knows what's going on?
I don't know. You don't know what's up.
But you can tell people, though, you look taller.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Can't do anything about that.
You are looking really tall on this podcast, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're looking real tall, but like, horizontally.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Hey,
wonderful.
Dan, I really want to buy a recliner, and I think I'm going to do it very soon. Oh, okay, there he goes. Bye.
Yes.
Bye, Dan.
See you later. Take the elevator down. All right,
it's
Grub. Last one for you, bud.
Yeah, sure. Let's see here. Let's take a good look here and see what we have available. I am gonna go with Mr. T is a great effing dude.
Okay.
Hey, Giant Bomb. It's Isaiah from Pennsylvania. I know Dan Riker is a huge Rocky fan. In the last 3 weeks maybe, I just watched all the Rocky movies for the first time. I haven't gotten to the Creed movies. I want to rank the Rocky movies based off of recent watch. Rocky 2, 1, 4, 5, Balboa, then 3. Because Mr. T is a great fucking dude, but I did not like how that movie ended up going. Anyways, hopefully that doesn't piss off Dan too much. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. Bye.
I mean, it's not a bad ranking outside of like, I think 5 being above 3 and Balboa is off for sure.
I agree with that.
But 2, 1, 4, I think is a perfectly valid top 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of put the Rockies in almost any order except for 5 anywhere near the top for me, and I'm like, that's fine.
For me, I think 1, 2, 4 are the ones that you can kind of mix and match and put them
Sure.
around. Like sometimes I'm more in the mood for 4, sometimes I want 1. Balboa has got its own charm to it. I'd say 2, 1, 4 is kind of the holy trinity there, and then you can mix them all up.
Yep, agreed.
Yep.
Cool.
I think I really, really, really like Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Like, just watching that guy and just him just being Rocky, it's like, this is why people like Goku, huh? Just because, like, you just have this energy about you. It's like, yeah, I'll start rooting for you. Yeah, like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, and like Rocky might be an idiot like Goku, but it's like, come on, he's got a good heart, you want to root for him.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
James Cameron wrote Rambo 2, and then Sylvester Stallone like rewrote most of it basically. And it was like, he's like, he took all the stuff out of it that I was gonna like continue from the first movie, and that was like the first time I'm like, oh man, that would have been like, you should have just kept all that, because Rambo 1 is an all-timer.
It holds up.
It is so good. It is just a dude being fucked with and being like, you should not have done that. This is going to be bad for you now.
He just wants to eat a sandwich or something. Everyone just won't stop fucking with him.
Yeah. And
these goddamn cops. Yes.
Yeah, rules. And then, I don't know. But then at a certain point, Rambo becomes what it is. And Then they
Which
just
is
keep
also-
ramping up. And the fact that they just keep going, and that last one, Dan, when we watched that, I'm still not over it because it's just 40
Insane.
minutes of what if Home Alone was the most insane violence traps you've ever seen, and I love it.
Stallone killing everyone 4 times with different Mortal Kombat
Yes.
pit fatalities.
Exactly.
And, yeah,
Yes.
it's just
Environmental
unbelievable.
damage. Yes.
Oh
It's
my
so good.
He's
just
76.
killing corpses at a certain point.
He's definitely 76.
Yeah, he's 76. Yeah. Damn. I want to see him do a magic movie. Like just
What's
just
a magic
What,
Be a
like where he's a
magician?
magician?
Yes.
Like
yes.
The Prestige?
Okay.
That or like Now You See Me, where he's like participating in a heist, but it's magic, but he's just constantly baffled.
He could do that.
Oh.
He's
All
got
right.
that new. He's got that new show for dads, Tulsa King, right? Where
Yeah.
he's like, he was a mobster, now he's in Tulsa. We should all get into that. We're all that age, right? We can enjoy that.
Speak for yourself. Fucking Alex Boniello, you have your prompt now. Give us a Sylvester Stallone magician voiceover, please.
You know he's going to send you his Stallone impersonation of him doing magic.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I just asked for.
Please.
So
God,
let's have it.
Yeah. Yes.
Very good. Okay, Jan, last one for you, sir.
My wife's asleep.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Dumpers. My wife's asleep, so I'm going to whisper.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
I'm sitting here watching CSI, Crime Scene Investigation,
Oh.
and I'm about to go make a grilled cheese sandwich. What do you do when your significant other is asleep? Those little things you do and sneak. Like I'm watching the show, but I'm going to go sneak, try to make a grilled cheese sandwich real quiet, like. All right.
I don't is this a thing? Do I just have a different kind of marriage? Like
I don't do like
I don't
Can you
sneak
guys restate
anything.
the question for me? Because I don't want to
he's
get lost.
saying
here.
like, what do you do? Like, what do you sneak like when your wife is asleep? Like he's saying he sneaks and like gets up and quietly makes a grilled cheese sandwich.
Is is your bed in the kitchen? I don't understand. Like,
And
how
are you not supposed to be eating grilled cheese sandwiches?
Some people live in smaller places, and then
Fair.
some
If it's a
True.
studio apartment in Manhattan, I get it.
And-
But
and
that's
then,
really
yeah, and
like-
then in some situations, it's like I thought we were working on this diet together, and it's you're getting
sure.
grilled. But
It's a form
so-
of cheating. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get it.
yeah, right. Oh, like you go to watch a show that you watch together, you're gonna go skip an episode ahead, like show cheating or whatever it's called.
Whoa.
So
Cheating.
maybe it's like one of those things, but I don't really have any of that.
No,
I don't have that. No.
No, there's
Be
no, like,
honest, Dan. Be honest.
Well, no, there's definitely like if she's asleep, I'll be like drinking and watching Speed on Twitch at
So you
4 in the
drink.
morning. But
So you
like
drink.
that's all above board, you know. Like that's
Yeah.
all
It's on the internet. She
understood.
can see that.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. I just
You don't
stay up
have
late,
you don't have
drink and play
cheese
Fortnite and stuff.
affairs while your wife is asleep. You don't have any
You
sort
don't
of
give a shit.
cheese adultery.
That's the thing.
no?
Like the sneaking thing is the thing I don't really relate to. Is like, no, if I want to eat a box of Cheez-Its, I'll eat a box of Cheez-Its. It's not a problem.
Okay. Jan.
I guess by that virtue, then yeah, nothing is really sneaky. I guess
I'm looking for all the spice. What's in
this
that
is the wrong
tea?
group to look
I
for
know.
spice.
Have healthy relationships.
I know. It's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. What would I sneak?
You're sucking on keyboard pieces or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just lubing switches while she's she's in bed.
Sticking them
and
in your ears.
she's none the wiser.
Deviant shit.
Oh man. What'd you say? What?
You
Deviant.
said you're a deviant.
I know.
He wanted to hear it. That's how much of a
I did.
deviant he
That's
is.
how.
Yeah, that's it,
Yeah,
yeah.
that gets me off. All right.
Space bar.
Yeah. All right. I will pick the next one. Taste of chicken.
Hello, Bombers. This is going to be short and sweet. Can you describe the taste of chicken? Because I'm having a very fucking hard time trying to explain it. So that's it. Can you try and explain the taste of chicken? And if so, what's your reference? Is it fried chicken? Is it boiled? Is it cooked? Oven? I don't know. That's what's on my mind right now. Love you guys. Paula from Puerto Rico out.
It's like
Thanks,
hot,
Puerto Rico.
wet salt
thank you.
flesh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes pleasant for the most part. And you can add other flavors on top of that however you need to.
Right. I mean, I think that's why chicken rules, is because it's a blank canvas, right?
Right. And it's not like the texture is just good. And what is it like? Is that a description? No, that's a qualitative statement. But that's what I got.
And
what do you guys do when you're eating meat? It could be steak, could be chicken. I always wonder about this because even like good steak, good chicken at a restaurant or something, sometimes you will take that bite that maybe there's like a little bit of bone in there. Maybe it's just straight up cartilage. It's just something that you cannot really chew and don't want to eat. How do you do you don't swallow it, right? Do you do a sneak? Do you like act like you're wiping
Spit in
your
the
mouth?
napkin.
Spit it in the thing? Okay.
I usually spit in the napkin. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I might, if a napkin's like, elusive, just kind of grab it out like that and just go.
I'll just spit it on the floor. I'll just spit it on the floor.
You
That's
right.
right.
exclusively eat at Texas Roadhouse, so it's a little bit
Oh
different.
yeah, just nothing but peanut shells and beer caps everywhere. Yeah.
Yes.
Good question.
Okay, it's good to know. I feel gross whenever I have to do that.
Oh no, don't.
Oh, dude. Sometimes you bite into a thing and you're just like, this must exit immediately.
Yeah, I'm not going to swallow this like collection of bones and fat. Yeah.
Wow, that's a shitty bite.
That's also giant bomb.
Shitty bite.
No, a collection of bones and fat.
I mean,
it's funny. It's like you can't really describe the taste of meat either, like the taste of turkey or the taste of like.
Well, I guess like some
steak
animal that's like people say gamey, right? Like, what does that
that's more
mean?
the texture.
Turkey is drier usually. I mean,
Turkey's
obviously,
definitely drier.
but you can get like dark meat from turkey, and then it's not as dry. So it's like, it's a fool's errand. Just eat it. Honestly, I don't. This is why I actually don't like thinking about food too much, because there's not much to think about. It is a very personalized experience. Either you like something or you don't. And what does it matter if you can explain the flavor to someone else? Because it could be completely different for them. And if it's based on whether or not they like it, just eat and move on. Treat it like fuel. I don't know.
You have an interesting relationship with food.
It's mostly just definitely like a sensitivity thing where it's like I don't like big spoons. I have to have like a tiny spoon when I'm eating because a big spoon feels weird in my mouth. So it's like clearly there's some other issues going on, and I'm like I just don't want to think about this. I want to just eat and move on with my life.
I'm excited for us to have dinner together.
Sure, yeah,
nice.
it's a real sight to behold.
Grub, a former boss of mine. I'm curious if you'd be into this. He pretty much developed his own feed bag because he wanted to work around the clock and continue working, and he didn't want to worry about food and what to eat. So then he basically made his own baby food. He like cooked up a bunch of steak, rice, vegetables, etc., blended it up, and then he was like, yeah, this is just going to be my gruel, and I'll just start eating this. And then he made himself a feed bag.
Like, was it around his neck all the time?
Occasionally, when he was working, he would just have like the schlop just hanging there.
Okay, he's just.
I don't like how Dan looks so interested in what you're talking about. Dan,
this does sound. I could throw some Skittles and chicken in there and stuff.
I mean, you'd have every meal in there. You have your dessert in there too.
Yeah, Dan's the kind of guy that would like literally shit where he sits right now if he could avoid having to walk to the bathroom. Like,
I don't mind walking to the bathroom.
I can't.
Body now.
What you've described, Jan, is like, it's actually pretty troubling. If we're being honest here, I don't like it. I don't like what this guy's capable of. I don't like the way his brain works.
I'm not gonna say which boss this was. This could be Bacalar right now. Who knows?
I do what? Oh Christ! Okay,
stop hiding.
Man, I fucking love chicken so much. Oh my god.
Chicken is, and that's we talk about like processed foods and all that stuff, and like a lot of meat is actually still pretty bad for you, even if it's not processed. Chicken is the one that you could pretty much chicken and fish. You can get away with those and not have to worry about them being super carcinogenic.
Yeah, sure, carcinogenic. Yeah,
carcinogenic. Thank you. There it is.
I try and make chicken the only meat I eat at home.
Yeah,
like if I'm going out
that's a great way to live.
Right, if I'm going out for dinner, I'll get a fucking fillet. Let's go, medium rare, like cook it in butter, do me dirty. But at home, I try and keep it only poultry.
Or Big E said once when I was doing the New Day podcast that he used to. There's a period of his life where he used to go to Walmart and they had like the kind of food court area where it'd be like, the Subway and the McDonald's and like just food court type thing. And he would just like on a near daily basis get a rotisserie chicken and just sit there and like be eating an entire chicken in one sitting. And then he got really self-conscious about it because he'd look around and he'd see these like kids there just, with their dollars and trying to buy like a little meat. And he's just eating an entire chicken. I don't know if he started taking it home or if he just stopped eating whole chickens for lunch.
I can't tell you how much money I would pay to walk into a Walmart and see Big E eating a rotisserie chicken by
I would go
himself.
get one of my own, and I'd
Yeah,
sit
just
next
sit.
there and just not say anything, just eat with them. Like, here we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see you.
You know what? What if that's what we do for dinner? We all just get rotisserie chickens and go
I
to
fucking love rotisserie chickens.
You know,
Go to Walmart.
Go to a Walmart.
I did. I was at a dinner, a nice dinner with like an extended family once. Brio at Polaris Park Place. If anyone's from Columbus, Ohio, and the menu's like, "Hey, whole chicken, WHOLE chicken," and I'm like, "Whole," probably like as in like Whole Foods, as in like it's going to represent the entirety of what you need. And no, they just brought me a plate with an entire fucking chicken on it, and I'm
Hell
like, "Well,"
yeah.
and that became the entire night as everyone talked about how Jeff had a whole chicken, and so that was. I wonder why I still think about that traumatizing experience. I ate
Sounds
most
awesome.
of it, to be fair. It was great. It was really
Sounds
good.
awesome.
Yes.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
It's very good. And then I went and bought Evil Dead at Virgin Megastore.
Have you guys seen these trends of people advertising that they're going to continue eating rotisserie chickens and these
Yes.
huge crowds forming to watch a
Yes,
single
I've
person?
seen that.
Okay, beautiful.
What?
Weird.
I don't know this.
It's a TikTok thing. Sorry,
It started with like some guy, right? Who was going to eat one.
Weird.
Yeah.
Dan, don't do it because you'd be.
I'm not.
You would get too into it. Is what it would happen.
That's why I don't do it. I'm not even dipping my toe in there.
And it's not like it would make you money because even people with like millions of followers aren't making money on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just not. It'd be a waste of time, I think. But I'm sure there's. I like the idea of a trend where people are just eating entire rotisserie chickens. I would probably go down that rabbit hole and have a fucked up feed.
So you're telling me that my doctor recommends I don't eat 100 chicken nuggets in one sitting, but people could just eat whole rotisserie chickens? What's up with that?
Yeah, I think
Is
it's
rotisserie healthier than nugget?
yes.
Why?
I mean,
Is the science there?
The nuggets are like super processed
and have like a
little
lot of
morsels,
preservatives
yeah.
in them, but I don't know. It's probably not that different, honestly.
If you 100 nuggets or an entire rotisserie chicken, I feel like
I
the
mean,
nuggets
entire
are
rotisserie
gonna get
chicken's
you.
definitely going to be healthier. Yes, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Okay.
Still hungry though. I just want everyone to know I'm still hungry. We are all still hungry. I'm going to eat something right after this. And we're going to finish on the last voicemail choice of our live viewing chat room at giantbomb.com/chat. That is where we take the advice of the voicemail decision making. And they're also, what would you call them? The fifth host of this program. Right behind the people who call our phone number. 707 exit flu. Last but not least, let us check out the Nancy Drew Games.mp3.
This is a question I am asking on behalf of my wife, and also because I'm a dum-dum. If I, as per the last conversation maybe you guys had on the Bombcast about Xbox changing the emulator thing, if I pay the fee and do the developer console thing, am I able to download Steam and fast forward? Am I able to play the Nancy Drew games on my console? If you guys could answer my wife's question, I would very much appreciate it, and I will forward the information. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
I would imagine you need a mouse and keyboard for those, and I don't.
Well,
know
mouse
if
and
you can do
keyboard
that.
does work on Xbox, but
Really?
yes, you can just plug one of those in. I think in general, and I think they just work now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think so. I've never tried it because that seems like a very perverse thing to do. You can. I don't think you can install Steam on. I mean, it's not like straight up Windows. I don't think you can install Steam even in developer mode. What you could probably do though is, if you want to like repackage Nancy Drew to run on Xbox, you could probably do that like in some way. But that sounds like a lot of work and probably not the way to do this. So
Could you do it on a Mister?
it's
You can
been
do old
some
PC games.
yeah, but probably those for
Old
those older ones. Yeah. But you just PCs exist. They're not that expensive these days.
Yeah, go get one. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 707 Exit Flu, that's our phone number. A big thank you to Dan Reichert. A big thank you to Jeff Grubb. And of course, Jen Ochoa running the whole operation. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a merch store. Store.giantbomb.com. Go get yourself some merch. Scout knows about it. Scout's a patron. Scout gets it. Right? Scout's like, I'm on the site right now buying something for my owners. That's
You know what I really noticed? What I really like is people have been buying stuff and we have not been getting a ton of support emails because things are fucked. So that's been pretty cool. That's a cool thing that's happened this time around.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say with my fingers as crossed as they can be, that so far, so good. So thank you. And of course, if something's up, shoot us an email and we're going to get back to you.
Absolutely.
What else do we have to talk about? I think that's it.
If you're watching live, I believe our fandom homies may be streaming over the Street Fighter 6 event real soon. And I think they're going to be giving out codes for RE4 Remake if you're interested in that.
Ooh.
So hang out with Emma, hang out with Bailey. I got an email from her father the other day and I smiled.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Michael Myers. Yeah, Michael Myers PR. Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, Mr.
That's going to do it. That's going to do it for us, everyone. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for calling. Please leave us another one, and we'll see you next time. Have a great week.